This is mining country. Tin and copper are found in this area and been worked here for over 4,000 years. The Cornish coast is full of holes, hacked out of the granite by miners desperate to find metal ore. The first half of the 19th century were boom years for tin and copper mining. The population of Cornwall nearly doubled, but for the mining families struggling to make a living from the rocks underground, it was always a precarious existence. The miners weren't on a regular wage. To make a living, they had to negotiate for pay. The tut workers who sunk the shafts were paid by the fathom, that's 6 feet. They agreed the price according to the nature of the ground, and they had to know what they were doing, because some of the workings lead out under the sea. In the deepest mines, which could go down nearly 2,000 feet, they worked semi-naked in temperatures up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. In the early days, there were no health and safety rules. After one visit, the writer Wilkie Collins described the hot, moist, sickly vapour floating about us. Boys as young as 7 or 8 were used to operate air machines. And there were other dangers. The deeper you dig, the more of this you find, because if you dig a hole anywhere in the British Isles, this is what it fills up with: water. But it was difficult and dangerous work because you was always in danger of digging into flooded workings and drowning yourself. But once you'd uncovered the new lodes, you had first pick, so it was worth it. These tunnels twist and turn underground, following the tin wherever it was, looking for the lodes. They were dug out by hand, so you only took out just as much as you needed, which is why they're all exactly man-shaped. And when you found a lode, just to make it more awkward, it went vertically. Not quite, 60 to 70 degrees. So you dug, in effect, an inverted shaft, a stope from the bottom up. So, in order to stop your debris all coming down on your and your mate's heads, you went alternately from side to side. So you kind of stepped your way up, not down. The miners were paid a percentage of the value of the ore, and they earned every penny. After an 8-hour shift, they could spend an hour climbing ladders to the surface, and then walk 5 or 6 miles back home. By the 1860s, there were 340 mines across Cornwall. 50,000 people were working above and below the surface,